Hello and welcome to La La Land on LA Talk Live. That's Dorothy Dillingham Blue.
And that's Brett Chapin. Welcome, welcome.
Thanks for joining us on La La Land. This is the only nationally broadcast show by Los Angeles artists about Los Angeles artists on episode number 114. And we have a lot of Los Angeles artists here today.
We do of all ages, which is very exciting. Everything from youth theater to fringe. You see it and hear it all here on LA Talk Live.
And it's all theater today, really.
It is.
It's theater day on La La Land.
It's a theater day. It's a theater month. I think it should be the summer of theater. That's what I think.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
We should maybe get right to them.
I think so too.
Theater Minute. Anything you want to talk about for Theater Minute?
Well, it just opened at Theater Palisades with Sherlock Holmes: The Final Adventure. I have only seen the sets, and that alone has blown me away. So
I saw it last night.
You did?
It was great.
Oh,
yeah.
Great. How was Kelly? Kelly London, a friend of ours and a friend of the show.
Kelly London,
Fantastic.
Great Sherlock. I love his accent. He has a perfect accent.
He is. He's made for Sherlock and Noel Coward. Like, I would go see if they had a whole season of Kelly London doing British plays. I'd be like, sign me up. I want to see everything.
That's a big compliment, Kelly.
It is. Yeah.
I hope he's listening.
He usually is.
He does this thing too that's really funny where he didn't do it in Sherlock because there was no place to do it,
Sure.
but in other shows I've seen him do this thing where he raises his eyebrow and kind of mugs to the audience. It's really funny.
Yeah, he's a master at bringing the audience into his world or his character's world without it seeming cheesy. And that's a talent. That's
Right.
something that's hard to teach.
That can go over into cheesy, but somehow the
can.
way he does it, it's not.
No,
It
not
works
cheesy.
out well.
No.
So go see Sherlock Holmes at Theater Palisades, theaterpalisades.com for any information on that. Or you can call the box office at 310-454-1970. I have that in my head now.
You really do.
It's amazing. Why don't you introduce your guest? Well, I'll tell people who's coming up.
Right. Yes, coming up.
Coming up, we have Gail Matthius, Keith Barletta from the show A Man of No Importance, playing at the Hollywood Fringe Festival. And we also have David McCharen from the Spolin Players, also playing at the Hollywood Fringe Festival this next couple weeks. As well as them, we have Tiffany Barbea-Palmer from the Glendale Center Theater's Youth Summer Camp. And we have a couple kids that are going to be in performing Hazel Toland, Clyde Toland, and Presley Myer. They're going to be singing, some Theater Palisades people are going to be singing, right?
Yes.
Who are they?
Oh, yes. Well, right now, just coming up, we have from Willy Wonka Jr. that will be opening July 26th at Theater Palisades. We have some cast members from that today. First up, we have Chelsea Trotti and Joey Pollack. Joey's playing Charlie, and Chelsea is playing Mr. Bucket. So
Chelsea looks way too young to play Mr. Bucket. Can I just say that?
Chelsea, yes, and is playing Mr. Bucket. That is not something that you thought you heard incorrectly. She is actually playing Mr. Bucket, and I'm really excited to see that's why I call this a workshop, is because I want to really give these actors an opportunity to do something a little outside of the box, kind of give them a stretch, because Chelsea has a beautiful voice and is a lovely girl, and she would play lovely girls for a long time, but when else is she going to play a man? So
and a killer fashion sense.
A
I
killer
love
fashion
the hat.
sense, yes. She absolutely has rocking the vest, rocking the fedora. Good times.
Nice.
Good times. All right. So first up, we have them singing Think Positive, and later we're going to hear Brendan Welch. Yes, we're going to hear Brendan Welch, who's playing Willy Wonka, a veteran of the TP Youth Program, and he is going to be singing that famous song, Pure Imagination, with a little rearranging by me, by Dottie Blue. So
Love it.
Yeah.
Hit it, guys.
Yep. You know what? Hey, Van Eric, can we run it from the top again? Because they didn't hear the intro. That would be awesome. Thank you so much. There we go. Buddy.
Whenever times are out of sync, I think positive.
There we go.
I write my thoughts down in purple ink and think positive. Remember this song when things go wrong, then you'll know what to do. In no time you'll be thinking positive too. Come on, Papa, sing with me. Whenever I think I'm in the drink, I think positive. Quite right. Whenever my luck goes down the sink, I think positive. Yeah. Whenever you're feeling low or lost, just take a tip from me. You're wasting your time to count the cost, 'cause thinking positive, that comes free. That's right, positive is the way to be. Whenever I'm teetering on the brink, I think positive. The moment I do, I'm in the pink, I think positive. Remember this song when things go wrong, then you'll know what to do. In no time you'll be thinking positive
Well done, you guys.
Well done.
Very nice, very nice.
We're gonna get to talk to him. Hello and welcome to La La Land on LA Talk Live. That's Dorothy Dillingham Blue.
That's Brett Chapin.
And
Up next we've got Brendan Welch. He is going to be. Oh, we have a caller.
Look at
we
that.
have a caller. Fabulous. We will hear that caller as soon, right after we talk to Brendan. Does that sound okay, or should we do caller first?
Let's get the caller real
Okay,
quick.
All right, caller. Hi, how are you?
Hello, caller.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm good, thanks.
Good.
Hi. Did you have a question?
We wanted to know if the kids also read the book Willy Wonka and if they liked it as much as they like the show that they're doing.
Oh, Brendan, have you read Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
I have not.
You have not? Okay.
Have you seen the movie?
Yes.
Yes.
There you go.
And I do always ask the kids to read the book before our first rehearsal, which isn't until July 8th, so they have a little time left. But if you want to pass the mic over, Joey, Chelsea, you said you've read the book.
Yes, I've read the book before.
Uh-huh. Here. She's got it? Okay.
Yes, I have.
And did you like the book as good as the play that you're working on?
I think the play has a little more like spunk to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think it has a little more something.
Nice.
Theatricality, perhaps. Great. And who is this calling? Can we greet you and say hello?
It's Becky and Isaac, friends of one of the cast members.
Oh, well, thanks for calling, Becky.
Thanks for calling, Becky.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Brendan,
You're
you
up.
ready, my man?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination. You'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. You wanna change the world, there's nothing to it. Oh, place I know to compare to pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly
Well done.
Nice.
Well
you.
done.
Hello.
Hi. We've got
caller.
another caller. Hi. Thanks, caller. For what's your name?
Hi, it's Laura Green calling.
Hi, Laura Green. Do you have a question for one of our guests?
I have a question for all of the actors. I'd like to know what age they were when they started theater.
Ooh. Joey, you want to start? How old were you, my friend?
I think that in kindergarten we had a little play about the pilgrims
Yes.
at our school. I don't really remember doing it.
But did you remember it being a positive experience? Like fun? Was it fun?
Yes.
That's good. Awesome. How about you, Chelsea?
Well, I was like, my very first like real audience. I was with Dottie,
That's me.
and I was Veruca Salt in the same play we're doing now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Good stuff.
And Brendan, how about you?
I'm not sure. Let's see, like, not actually 100, like 9 or 10, I guess. And it was with you as well, and at the Star program with the Michael Jackson play.
Yes, we did this very bizarre Michael Jackson play, and
Michael Jackson.
Thanks for calling, Laura.
yeah, thanks so much.
Well, thank you. I think they're all wonderful. And Dottie, thank you for your commitment to this program.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. We look forward to seeing you at the show.
I'll be there. Thank you.
Well, thanks so much for coming in and singing for us, guys.
Yeah,
You all rock.
excellent. Very
And-
nice.
You know, I don't know, quick break and
Yeah, we'll take
Yeah.
a quick break.
back on La La Land with Brett and Dorothy on LA Talk Live. Welcome back to La La Land on LA Talk Live. That's Dorothy Dillingham, Blue.
Oh my gosh, it's Brett Chapin.
Oh my gosh, imagine that. And we are talking with Tiffany Barbea-Palmer of the Glendale Center Theater's Youth Theater, along with Presley Myer and Hazel Toland. Thank you so much for joining us, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So Glendale Center Theater has a lot of history, and you are a part of that with your summer youth camp. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. I believe that Glendale Center Theater is still the longest continuously running theater, certainly in North America, and I think in the world. I've been working there. I did my first show there in 2002, and I kind of never went away. They've had the summer camp program for at least 15 years. I've taught as part of the summer camp since 2007, and I became director last year. But it's really a neat program because that building has so much history, and there's all sorts of different spaces for the kids, and they get to do their final show on that stage with lights and sets and all sorts of fun stuff. And these two, well, Presley has been coming. How old are you now, kiddo?
I am 13 years old.
And how old were you when you first came?
5.
So
Whoa. I don't think he likes it there at all.
no, not at all. Not at all. They're both in their GCT summer camp shirts. But thank you for wearing those, guys.
Oh, very nice.
Nice. You are legitimate theater rats.
Exactly.
Legitimate.
Stuff.
And Hazel's first year, she was in my class, I remember, because her first scene was with me. But so that probably 2009, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. She and her brother both come. So
Excellent.
yeah.
And what show are you doing now for the summer camp?
We do, it's really a unique program. We do themes. We started doing themes a couple years ago. So each session has a theme, and it's really a showcase. So at the end, we group the kids in classes based on age, and each class performs a song, a scene, and a dance in the final performance. And in the last couple years, it's been entirely written by the teachers, which I think is really special because then they can really write for the kids and
Right to their strengths.
right, exactly. And
Yeah.
then they're funny. I like to think the shows are funny. But this year our themes are Holiday Hoedown is the session 1 show, and then session 2 will be Vacation Destination, and session 3 will be On the Red Carpet. So
Sounds fancy.
there, yeah, we try.
Hey now.
Yeah.
And you're
So-
starting on Monday, right?
we start on Monday, June 10th is our first session. We do three-week sessions, and we still have some space. So we actually just opened the program up to 5 and up. We were 6 and up for a long time, and then 7 and up, and now if they've been through kindergarten, they can come to us because some of our, we get some really great stuff out of the little ones, and they have a good time. So
I'm sure. They're the ones that the audience goes, "Oh,
Exactly.
with."
They can do no wrong.
No.
Rather,
they're my favorite to write for because honestly, as long as they get out there, whatever they say, it's good. They get a laugh, and their timing is often surprisingly better than we expect it to be.
Mhm.
Like they know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
They're not jaded yet.
No. What's
Very
my
nice.
motivation?
Yeah. Oh, none of that from a 4-year-old
No,
or a 5-year-old.
5-year-old.
There's no
Yeah.
filter. There is no filter.
So,
Love it. And you go until June 28th, GlendaleCenterTheater.com, Center RE, Theater RE?
yes, that is. I think that's probably always the biggest question. We are RE, so GlendaleCenterTheater.com. Our first session starts June 10th. Our second session starts July 1st, and our third session starts July 22nd. And each one is 3 weeks long. And we have all the information on our website, or you could call the theater as well, and they can give you whatever you need. So
Excellent.
yeah.
And
Did
do
you
they
have
do-
some? Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, do they do a rotation during the day? Like, did they do singing and then scene work and then dance lessons?
Yes, we do a rotation schedule. They whoever their first teacher is will also be their acting teacher. So we have the classes they rotate through are improv, singing, dancing, and we have movie making, which we kind of retooled that class last year, and it's been pretty awesome, I have to say, because it's not just on camera stuff. I mean, they do some voiceover work, but it's also some stop motion animation, and they make their own, as a class, they make their own movies, and they shoot commercials. It's pretty funny. And then we do, and so they rotate through those during the day. At the end of the day, they come back and do acting, and then we do a stage combat workshop the second Friday of every session. I bring in someone. He's actually studying at the Globe. He won a scholarship or a fellowship to go over to the UK and study combat this summer.
Oh, nice.
But he comes in and he does kid-friendly combat because
Very nice.
they sure love to learn how to beat the snot out of each other safely.
Yes.
Well, who doesn't?
I think the hair pull is always popular.
Exactly.
The hair pull, the parrot punch, the parrot pop.
Yes.
Gotta love the parrot pop. Oh, and the strangle. The strangle is always fun.
Oh yes, they do that. The hair pull is certainly the first one they learn.
Yes,
though.
that's always popular. Yes.
So.
And you have something to play for us?
I do. So last year, we have Hazel and Presley here, and last year Hazel could not be a part of the final performance. And while camp is geared towards that, we try to create opportunities for kids if they're not able to be with us for the final performance. And so what I have here, we had Hazel and one of the teachers record the welcome message for our final show, and I'll let her talk about that a little bit afterwards. But whenever you guys are ready, I got it.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Glendale Center Theater Summer Theater Camp Session 1 final performance. That's too long.
What?
This is too long of a name. I'm just going to say GCT Summer Camp Performance.
Okay, just keep going.
My name is Hazel. I'm a camper but couldn't make the final performance because I'm visiting my home planet.
What? That's not what the script says.
I know, but this script is boring. I gotta jazz it up.
Just read.
Alright, fine. Just a few announcements before we get started. Please turn off all cell phones and electrical devices as it interferes with our landing gear.
Hazel.
Sorry. Also remember, for your safety, stay seated during the course of the show as some of the campers are nocturnal hunters and may bite you if you move in the dark.
Hazel.
I'm sorry. Finally, remember that there's no flash photography during the course of the show as some of us are allergic to bright flashing lights.
I give up.
Thank you.
Nice.
right, you know?
My voice sounds really different.
You sounded great. You sounded great.
Yeah. Well, a whole year, people don't understand that girls go through a voice transformation as well as boys. That's always, people always do the comedy about boys, but girls do as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's awesome. Just embrace it. Embrace your new mezzo-ness, girl. Embrace it.
You guys rock. Thank you so much for coming in and joining us.
Oh, thank you for having us.
GlendaleCenterTheater.com. Center, CENTRE, theater, THEATRE.
And there's no better way to enrich your child's life than to sign them up for a summer theater program. So check them out. And yeah, all the Valley peeps, go forth.
We're going to take another quick break, and we'll be back with Gail Matthius, Keith Barletta, and David McCharen. David McCharen of the Spolin Players, Gail Matthius, and Keith Barletta of A Man of No Importance on La La Land on LA Talk Live.
Woohoo!
Welcome back to La La Land on LA Talk Live. I'm Brett Chapin. That is the dancing fool, Dorothy Dillingham Blue.
That's me, yeah.
It's catchy.
It is very
Good
catchy.
stuff. Little Jamiroquai for Saturday afternoon. So we have with us Keith Barletta.
What's up? How you guys doing?
Hey.
Closer to the mic, my friend.
Oh, here we go.
There you go.
And Gail Matthius of A Man of No Importance.
Thank you very much. Nice to see you all. Oh, a cast of thousands.
Yes.
Amazing, our studio audience.
We squeeze them in. They're behind the bricks. We feed them like once a week.
And of course, David McCharen of the Spolin Players.
Yes.
Thank you. Nice to see you. Nice to see everybody.
Good stuff.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's just some of the
That's-
funniest stuff I've ever seen.
I don't know. So what do you want? Yeah, I can talk. What do you want to talk about first here? You want to go with the Spolin Players? You want to go with Man of No Importance?
Well, here's the
What do you
crazy
think?
thing. I'll just jump right in
You
here.
do it, Gail.
I'm
Go for it.
I'm gonna.
You didn't know you were gonna get hijacked, did you?
No.
Oh, did you have some questions?
No. I'll just lean back. You talk.
Why are you hijacking us? She's in both shows, so actually
Yeah.
she's the perfect.
She's the through
Yeah,
line. You're the
that-
through line.
that-
Well, let's start with A Man of No Importance then.
Okay.
Okay, since we got two of you,
Let's start.
Yeah, I'm outnumbered.
All right.
we have the amazing Janet Mitchell who was in, or excuse me,
Miller.
Janet Miller
We
who
need
was
to
in.
say Miller.
I know.
Yeah.
We need to
The
say
world
the
famous.
name correctly.
Yeah,
I just
I'm
happen
so
to.
excited.
You go, girl. Yes, Janet
So-
Miller has wanted to do this piece of theater for a long time, and she brought it to L.A. It's the first fully staged production of A Man of No Importance, as we say
of
with
No
our
Importance.
Dublin Ireland
As we say.
accent.
That's right.
Accent.
So we're very excited. We opened last night. Are my eyes open, however?
Yes.
They are. That's good.
Are you
I
tired?
had some. I am. But we've got another show tonight, so let's get on
Let's
it.
get on it.
Let's get on it then.
Right.
Tell us about A Man
Shave a
of
leg
No
and get
Importance. What
A
is
man-
what is the plot? What's it about?
A Man of No Importance. It's about a man who is seeking his authentic self. It's a memory play.
Mm-hmm.
And throughout the production, we disclose where some of us, there's sort of a Greek theater aspect. Would you say, Keith?
Yeah, and it's got a lot of wonderful old poetry and things like that in it. It's
There's
about a bus driver who reads. He has his own little theater troupe that he takes with him on the bus, and he reads poetry to. And it's about him sort of coming to terms with who he is,
Yep.
and with the rest of his town as a whole.
That's right.
And Gail plays one of the people in the troupe. And
Mrs. Carton.
Mrs. Carton, and I'm his bus driver. And
There's beautiful music. There's a wonderful song that Keith does an amazing job with, "The Streets of Dublin." And we all get to jump in and sing along with him and end in a rousing final big burst of musical theater.
Then a fight breaks out in the audience.
Yes,
Really
yes,
there is a fight in the show.
yes.
pretty
We
awesome.
have a
That was
little bit
fun.
of everything. Got a
Sounds
little bit
good.
of everything.
Something for everyone. We've got violence for the kids. We've got
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Drinking for the kids again.
yeah,
And
also for the
yeah.
kids.
And there's drinking on the bus.
On
Which
the
is
bus.
a no-no.
Yeah, no, I just realized that
Take
he
their break.
has Guinness on his break on the bus.
That's terrible.
Drinking and driving's not
oh,
okay.
that's not really
It
drinking.
is
That's,
not
that's
okay
like eating
unless
bread.
you're in Ireland.
That's in Ireland.
It's a staple of the diet.
Mm-hmm. So it's a beautiful little play musical that we are so thrilled to have the pleasure of bringing it to Los Angeles for the first time. And I had to learn a tap routine for it. So I brought my shoes. But they're just here on my lap in case.
You promised us dancing on the table.
That's right.
Well.
As a funny story about this tapping, whenever we would shoot, because she practiced so very hard, and we did it, and she was rehearsed tap. And when we were rehearsing, you could always hear this clack, 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 clack in the background, and every now and again you'd hear Janet just go, "Shut up, Gail!"
No, she'd say,
Back.
"Stop tapping." And I knew she meant it.
The trick to walking in tap shoes and not making a noise is that you lift your toes so that you're walking just on the balls of your feet.
In this area here.
Yes.
Can you see it on
Yeah.
the microphone?
I believe we have someone with a question for you. Hello, caller.
No way.
Hi, I was wondering about A Man of No Importance. What is your unique take or spin on it, on the script, that makes this production unique?
The production that was done at Lincoln Center was a much sort of grander. They had a turntable and all these special effects and all this hydraulics and all this stuff that came in. We're doing it as a part of the Hollywood Fringe Festival in a 99-seat theater, so it's a much more intimate show. It's really a sweet, poignant, well, perhaps the word I could use is poignant, a smaller show, a 99-seat. It really is well suited to
intimacy. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
Is that my answer?
The show itself explores intimacy in a lot of different ways, and it's really the different part about this is that you really get a chance to sit and you're within spitting distance of the cast.
Yeah.
And
we do spit on them.
And we do.
Accidentally.
But it's
as a compliment.
It's a very intimate show, and our take. I mean, obviously, we don't have a turntable.
No.
And we don't have anything like that. It's
well,
just
we have
chairs
chairography.
Bare bones, but it's a very intimacy is I think our new spin on our addition to this show is the audience. It's like being a part of the pub and listening to the cast tell you a story around the campfire.
Great music too. Great music.
Thanks, David. You were absolutely my best new friend and old friend, having been a part of the audience last night.
Well, I slept through most of it, but still, the parts that I heard were just fabulous.
Oh, dude.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he is.
Am I wrong, or was Boyd Gaines involved with A Man of No Importance at one time?
Uh-oh. Janet, help me.
No.
You're wrong.
Wikipedia.
And yet right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that happens a lot.
Look to our brains. Go to our brains. Everybody's got their brain handy.
I turned mine off.
Boyd Gaines. Oh,
All
yes.
right. So no tap routine from Gail.
Well,
just
right.
encourage her. Let's hear that audience again.
Let's see.
I could
A little applause.
And thank you, by the way, for calling, caller. Sorry.
Oh.
Thank you.
Did that answer your question?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, bye-bye.
We got distracted. So tell us a little bit about the Spolin Players. David, this is something, another show at the Hollywood Fringe Festival?
It's another show at the Hollywood Fringe. We are one of, I think, only 2 improvisational shows. Viola Spolin, we get our name Spolin Players from Viola Spolin, who was the grande dame of improvisation back in the 40s. She developed the idea of improvisational theater games. And we are the only group who has been given by the family her name to use as the name of our group.
We were knighted.
We were knighted, and most of our cast worked with her before she passed on, and for a couple of years. And it's all improvisational theater games that she's developed, and she developed these games to kind of get the artist closer to their intuitive self, the immediacy of your creativity. And to me, it's pure theater. You're the actor, the writer, the producer, the director, right now off of the audience's suggestion. And to me, it's pure theater. It's the origins of theater.
Good improvisation is good theater.
Yeah,
period.
it's good.
Yeah.
And if you know, as the director actor, you know where the stage. You're aware of the stage picture.
Yes.
You're aware of your audience. You know, you're also creating. You're responding intuitively to your fellow actors. You're listening, and it's great.
Yeah, because I did it at Keith Johnstone Company. I did guerrilla theater in Chicago, and it was very much about being able to figure out what was going on stage, and
yes, and just being there in the moment, you know.
Yes.
Present. Yes.
And
Very present.
we use a lot of space object work, which means you can be anywhere. You can be at the top of a tree or up a mountain or in space, just like that, you know.
And what sets our group apart, because I'm the wackiness that is me. After the matinee tomorrow, Sunday, is that tomorrow? Yeah. I am going to run literally next door and join my fellow players after I finish our matinee.
Sneak out the back.
And sneak out the back, Jack. Make a new plan, Stan, and get right to the next door. Jump into just the last few musical numbers of the Spolin players. So, because they're in the same complex, and living in LA, that is just too convenient to not take full advantage of.
That's for sure.
Is
That's
this
for
playing
sure.
at the complex, or is this where they play?
We are the building is called Theater Asylum, but in Theater Asylum, there's the Elephant Space, there's the Asylum Lab, there's
the Lillian.
There's the Lillian,
Yeah,
where a man of no importance is, and literally we walk out the back door of a man of no importance, and then go in the same complex to Spolin players.
I tried to do a runaround when we were working on our stage, a runaround from one side of the stage to the other, and I never made it back to the theater. I
just kept going.
It was.
Well,
I went into another theater. I went into the Lillian. I was going, where's our theater?
They're wondering, why are you in our show?
They're all kind of grouped together there.
Yeah, they're all. It's a great complex.
You're running past audience members going backstage.
Yeah,
right. But I want to get back a little bit to Viola's work. She really spawned the entire improvisation movement.
Second City Committee, Sills and Company, the Story Theater. You know, back in the 40s and 50s, before people were aware of this as a theater expression, she was doing it, and she wrote the book, Improvisations for Theater, and
they're so useful in all sorts of theater companies and educational.
I use it all the time teaching, because I work with some kids who are too young to have proficient reading skills, and some who maybe that's a delay for them, and improvisation is such a powerful tool because they don't feel limited by the words that are provided for them. They're words that they can come up with, or emotions or movement as well. So it's a really powerful tool in theater education, in education.
I was asked to teach an improvisation class after I worked with a lady from the committee, you know, many years ago, 40 or 30 or I can't remember.
5
years, yeah, just last year. And
half dozen.
I didn't know anything about improvisation really, but I went to the library and I got Viola's book. So that was the first improvisation book that I read. Many years later, to actually work with her was really
extraordinary.
Just a great thing, extraordinary.
So go.
Yeah, so
go check it out. And it's run through the back.
HollywoodFringe.org.
You can see all the different shows because they're all different.
Yeah, they're all right there.
Yeah. Well, what's beautiful about a man of no importance versus the Spolin players, I know, it's like show and tell. Is that there's a musical, you can access this very fully staged musical, and then literally at the Hollywood Fringe Festival you can run next door and see something that somebody has wanted to do all their life, do either a one-person show or a two-person show, or the Spolin players, of which I am going to do that tomorrow.
Spolin players.
No, I'm going to drag some of you guys next door. I'm going to follow me.
Head off the curtain call, and we're going into the Spolin players.
Be a lemming. Walk this way.
I'm trying to see. I might be able to catch you guys this weekend.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
Oh, great.
I think I'll try to. Yeah.
We'll wave to
one
you.
Or
I
both.
won't wave to you.
Don't wave to me.
Now the group of Spolin players, how did you all come together? Like that because let me tell you, how many times have you tried to do improv with a group and some people are like, oh my god, you know,
terrified? They're terrified or what?
They say no a lot.
Oh yeah. No, I didn't. No, you didn't comb my hair.
It's uncertain, you know.
Yeah.
Well, when Sills and Company performed on Melrose at the Heliotrope Theater, they got a gig to go to Broadway and do their show. They wanted to keep the theater alive, so they recast, and Gail and myself and a number of our other cast members all came to see if we could be cast as the replacement group. And lo and behold, Viola Spolin came out of retirement to help that casting and work with us.
Good Lord.
And when the other cast came back, she was having a good time with us, and she said, well, I'd be willing to keep directing you if you want to stay together. And we all did for another year and a half or so, and before she retired again. And then we've just kind of stayed in touch and get back together. And
decades of
I didn't want to
time
say decades.
together.
I was thinking half a century, but
No, it
what?
isn't.
No, not yet.
Jeez.
I had no idea they had improv in the 40s and 50s. I thought that was a newer concept.
Well, she began to develop these games and was taking the games that she developed to performances that were happening at the time to help the actors, find the character, get out of thinking about it so much and respond from your gut.
And she came in and worked with you guys? That's fantastic.
And she worked with us for a couple of years, 2.5 years or something
absolutely.
like that. Wow. And she was great. She was great. And she's so zen. There's still stuff I read in that book and I go, what? And every now and then you go, oh, I get it. Gail, it's like, I don't know what it is.
Well, there's also, there's a whole revival of interest in her work. In Chicago, there's a retrospective at a museum that is giving her credit again for spawning all these improv groups from all these years. So hurry, we might have to take a field trip.
My very T-shirt is from the Chicago Improv Festival #6, where she was given a posthumous award, and we went and flew out there and performed.
Yes.
I have to say, Chicago, great audiences for improv. They're just
we were at the Athenaeum.
Cool.
Now I'm back, people. Yes, and this was in the mid '90s, and I would, you go out at 10:30 at night with postcards and busking and all this kind of thing down by Wrigley Field, and who knows who was coming to your show, but that was what the great thing was, is you had people that had seen improv every weekend since, high school, and then you had people who were coming for the very first time, and both audiences can really get something out of it. And so if you've never seen improv before, or if you've seen it 1,000 times, go, because that's the whole idea, is every show is different. No matter if you're working within a structure or not, there's something new every time.
Yeah, we play the really original games. I mean, things like Camera, Who Am I, Gibberish Relay. We love to play gibberish games, and we have a number of them tomorrow.
Of them.
I love what's the one that I play with the kids a lot? I do Foreign Expert.
Oh, excellent! Yes,
they love that one. That's a lot of fun, and they learn how to make it enjoyable, because a lot of times there's this push for winning a game, and so I tell them, like, lose big. I always tell them, like, if you're gonna lose big. Go out with a bang,
Yeah, a lot of the newer companies, there is a competition aspect to it, and we're not about that. We're about supporting our fellow player in the space.
Yes, I agree.
Yes. So 2 shows. Too wacky for words. But we got Amoni. I say Amoni, a man of no importance. It's just it's our little, what do you call that? Amoni is
and the other thing about this, remember, is it's the Good People Theater Company. It's their first show.
Yes.
And it's a pretty big deal, because this, I mean, if you see the show, you'll know this company is going to be fantastic in everything that it does. And it's a really unique thing to come out and see the first piece.
And how did you learn about Good People Theater Company? Was it through Janet?
It was through Janet. I had worked with Janet doing Baby with Gail. That's where I met Gail as well. And,
was that at the Theater Palisades?
No. It was in Covina.
The Covina Center for the Performing Arts.
Beautiful
unbelievably beautiful theater.
Love that place.
And
dazzling.
And so that's
so we worked with her. We worked with her last summer, and then she was getting ready to do her company, the Good Theater People Company, Good People Theater Company, and we had conversations and were asked to be a part of this company, and gladly joined.
Honored to join.
Happily.
Yeah.
Happily.
Well, we mentioned a lot of times on here, the big thing we want to stress is don't be an a-hole if you want to continue to work.
I'm glad you stress that. That's needed, especially in traffic.
Right.
We've said that.
In traffic, because that's the whole thing, is you want those people that you enjoy working with to make that phone call, to send out that email or something and say, hey, I'm doing something. It's brand new. I don't know where it's going, but will you join the party? And if they know that you're going to be supporting them, then they're going to be willing to see you stretch as an artist.
And
Yes.
congratulations to the Good People Theater Company as well on being the latest member of the LA Stage Alliance. I found
Very
out this
nice.
morning they just joined up.
Oh, great.
Very
Great.
good.
Good stuff.
And as an audience member, it's a fabulous show. It's really just great Irish music and great singing, good talent.
It's fun.
Really great job.
It's just a lot of fun. It's
Thanks,
a lot of fun to come check it out.
David.
And as an audience member for the Spolin players, they're fabulous. And
Well, Spolin has
especially
5.
that McCharen guy. He's just, I'm telling you.
He is so good with his hands.
Take it
but
easy.
he
No,
is.
that's a
No.
personal note.
Wait, no, he is. He's the Mr. Spacework. He's the doctor of spacework.
Ooh.
But there's 5 Spolin shows. Tomorrow is one at 4:00 again at the Elephant Space, as part of Theater Asylum. 6320. Look at me. Look
Wow,
at me.
that's pretty good.
6320 Santa Monica Boulevard. They're doing, we are doing a show Thursday night at 10, and then a show on the 22nd, a show on the 28th, and our final Spolin show is on June 30th, which is also our final Man of No Importance.
That's
But we're
Sunday
doing
at
12,
4.
darling.
We're doing many shows.
13. Lucky 13.
We're going from now until every weekend until.
Yeah, we have the
until
most
30th.
regular run.
Okay.
The musical has the most regular run. We're doing Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Because in most Hollywood Fringe shows only do like 6 or 7 performances. You're doing a little more with Men of No Importance.
And you're at like 4 in the morning usually.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we're at 4 in the morning in the middle of the street. I'm like what? Where? But this is
The only
That's
people that
great.
show up are the police, which is unfortunate.
Put your
Terrible.
tutu
we've
back
got a spot.
on.
We've got our slot.
Yeah.
Regular slot, 8:00 at night, Fridays and Saturdays, 2:00 matinee on Sundays.
Good stuff,
And one
guys.
wonderful fundraiser for Janet. Oh shoot, Janet's
Miller?
favorite book.
Bookends, for Bookends.
Thank you, bookends. Yes, on the 16th we do a matinee Saturday. We got
Charity
a two
show.
We got a 2 for that day.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Quick turnaround.
Anyway, this is fun.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you guys for having us. Thank you.
I'm
very
sorry
much.
that you couldn't tap, but next time
No,
maybe.
okay.
We can tap her. We can tap out.
Maybe
Tap it
tap
out.
Yeah.
Tap it out.
Yeah, it's sort of like that Charlie Chaplin thing. Oh,
there you go.
A man with no body. Yeah. Ain't got no body.
I do the Maxi 4 the best this way.
I promise it's not nearly as good as this when she actually does it on
Hey,
stage.
hey, what are you saying?
Go see A Man of No Importance at
And
the
the-
Hollywood Fringe Festival and the Spolin
And
Players.
the Spolin players.
Thank you. Hollywood Fringe Festival.
Thank you, guys.
HollywoodFringe.org for any information on that. I was just going to kick back and let you guys, entertain us, but I guess we have to wrap up the show, unfortunately. I forgot to say in the Theater Minute, go see As You Like It at City Shakes, opening today,
Ooh, yes.
right down the street from Theater Palisades, which is playing
Nice.
Sherlock Holmes. What's the name of that show we're doing? Yeah, Sherlock Holmes. The Final Adventure, playing now through July 14th.
Great.
Anything else, Dorothy Dillingham Blue?
That's all I got.
That's all she wrote, huh?
She didn't
Where
bring
do
her
you go
tap
from an
shoes.
interview like this?
I know.
It's hard to go up. Next week, we are going to be speaking with Sarah, Liz, and Jane of Take Me to the Poorhouse, playing also at the Hollywood Fringe Festival. I'm going to see it tonight. It's going to be great. Can't wait to have you guys in.
Excellent.
And, for all of us here at La La Land Talk and LA Talk Live, I'm Brett Chapin.
And I'm Dorothy Dillingham Blue.
And this is La La Land on LA Talk Live. We'll see you at the top.
Happy Saturday.